Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny Moonlight and I'm here with another tarot reading for you. It's been a while since I've done one of these longer videos, but hopefully I will get these out regularly for you going forwards. Okay, as you can see, I've got three piles here in front of you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. We've also got crystals here with the amethyst, the celestite, and the obsidian arrowhead blade. If you're interested in any of these crystals, you can find them on my website at moonlightshop1111.com. Okay, so this tarot reading, what is it about? Well, it's split into two parts, and we're looking at what are you leaving behind in 2025 and what are you bringing into the new year of 2026. This winter period of the closing of 2025 has been very deeply transformational for a lot of people. A lot of energy has been shifting across the board and you might have been feeling some of that turbulence. So I thought this would be a useful reading for us to look into, to see what is being left behind, what is coming forwards. This has been a number 9 year, which means we've been closing out a lot of big cycles, closing out 9-year cycles and closing out big stories, 3-year, 7-year and 9-year cycles for ourselves. 2026 is a number 1 year, so this is a fresh new beginning. That said, this is also the snake year, which has been a huge shedding, and we don't actually shift into the year of the horse until February. So we're in this strange transformational period. So you may well still be going through that shedding energy as we go from the 31st of December to the 1st of the 1st. That's also going to be a very powerful portal day, by the way, 111, because it's a number 1 year. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, which boils down to 1. So the 1st of January is actually a 111 portal day. So it's just a great time for new beginnings, fresh new starts across the board. I also need to add that this is without pressure, because remember, we are still in the middle of winter. So you're allowed to take it slow. Anyway, I'll just give you a moment to choose your pile, and then if you look in the description box below, there will be a timestamp for whichever pile belongs to you. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll just give you a moment to do that. Okay, and we'll start with pile number 1. So I'll just take pile 3, the obsidian blade, and I'll take pile 2 and the celestite, and we'll start with pile number 1. Whoops. Now you chose the amethyst. This is a beautiful piece. I'll hold it up there so you can see it, hopefully. Like I said, this is available on the website. I'm actually really drawn to the fact we've got a pyramid shape there with it. Before we get started with your reading, amethyst is an all-round crystal. It's healing, it's manifesting, it's activating, but the energy I'm getting off it at the moment is peace. It's very much a peaceful stone. It resonates with the third eye chakra. I hope I didn't move it too far off camera then. I can't quite see the screen. Yeah, it's a very peaceful stone, very grounding energy I'm getting for this. So I'll just pop that up there for now. But I wonder if that'll have some bearing on your reading. Okay, so the way I've set this out is I've got 3 cards over here and an oracle card for what are we leaving in 2025. And then over here, I have another 1, 2, 3 tarot. Oh, you have 4. Do that like that. Tarot cards for what are we bringing into 2026, and an oracle card there for you as well. It's funny because I pre-shuffled these last night because I knew I was coming back online and I thought it might take me a minute to get started, which it did. So all the piles have got slightly different amounts. Okay, let me just check that you can see all that okay. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Okay. So pile number 1. Where are we at the moment? These are the things that have been going on for us most recently, and the things that we have either consciously or subconsciously decided we're leaving in the past, okay? All right, and we've got the King of Swords in the reverse, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Eight of Swords. You might have been going through some quite challenging events recently, which you're very, very ready to let go of. I can see with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse there, that is the energy of, I'm ready to let this go now. And I think that this is where you're at in yourself. You know that you're ready to let things go. Now with the King of Swords in the reverse, this is quite specific. This is one of two things. This is either a person who is extremely toxic and says very hurtful things, or this is an inner monologue that is that same abusive, toxic behavior, okay? Now, whichever one it is, I just do want to add a little note that if this is a person you're releasing yourself from, I hope that you're doing okay, and that you make sure you keep yourself safe, take all the necessary precautions. The King of Swords upright is very forthright, to the point, and quite blunt and full of wisdom. When this is reversed, this is clouded judgment, this is clouded wisdom, and it's just not very nice. Honestly, it's cutting, it's mean. Now, I feel like for the majority of the people watching this isn't a person. I think this is negative self-talk. And I think that maybe recently you've realized how you speak to yourself and how you would never dream of speaking to another person like that. The reason I think for the majority of you it's the way you speak to yourself is because of this Eight of Swords energy here. This is the energy of being in a prison of your own mind, a prison of your own doing. Having yourself all tied up in knots with thoughts, all tied up. That's what I'm getting there, all tied up. So yeah, it's a very trying energy that you're escaping at the moment. And I use the word escaping. Wow. You've decided very firmly that you are not taking this anymore, whether this is from another person or from yourself, okay? Now, the Four of Pentacles talks about holding on to things very tightly. You can see she's clasping onto this, and this is foundational energy that she's holding on to here. With this reversed, so for example, if this is a person, this could well be a big connection that you've been in, and whatever foundations you've built it on, you're just willing to let all that go and let all that crumble. If it's the way that you speak to yourself, this could well have been a way of thinking and a way of doing that you've had for a very long time. And you've realized that oh, I see, yeah. The reason this way of thinking was built was an inner monologue that was potentially, I don't want to use the word inflicted. This was a learned behavior from childhood. And I feel like this has come from an overarching masculine energy. So this could be a father figure, a teacher, an uncle, something like that. It doesn't have to be. It could have been a female, like gender isn't specific, but it's someone who took a masculine role of being in charge of things. And this experience taught you to be very mean to yourself in your own mind, to operate in the world, like almost like you had to speak to yourself in this derogatory way to make sure you reached the achievements you wanted to reach. You're totally ready to let that all go now. You're ready to look in the mirror and see. Yeah, look, we've got the Venom card here. This is literally that King of Swords energy, that venomous, meanness, mean way of speaking. Is there anything else to do with leaving this behind? Any actions that need taking or anything like that? Okay, the Chariot in the reverse with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. It's a new way of doing. You don't have to move quickly. In fact, the way of doing this starts with stopping. Okay, you are stopping a way of doing something. And with the Ace of Cups in the reverse there, it comes from stillness and self-love. Pushing yourself harder is not going to stop you from talking to yourself in a hard way. This is the understanding that you're coming to. It's a soft approach is how you're leaving this behind in 2025. Anything else? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Take it slow, take it steady. And the Queen of Swords here. Interesting that we've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Again, this could be, like I said, two people. With the Two of Pentacles, you might have a lot of decisions to weigh up, and you might find a bit of up and down. Like this releasing that you're doing, you know you've got clarity and wisdom and strong independence here with that Queen of Swords energy. But it's a soft approach. No more cutting words. So with the Two of Pentacles, yeah, you might have some decisions that you have to make. All right, that's what we're leaving behind in 2025. Some quite challenging, quite stressful, quite difficult energies. Also, with the King of Swords in the reverse here, before we move on, I was just getting the word weakness. Now, if this is how you speak to yourself, that is one of the things, one of the venomous ways of speaking that is going, you know. You're not weak. You're taking it day by day. And if this is a person that you're leaving behind, you're going to realize that their behavior comes from a place of weakness and difficulty. And that is going to help you to release and move on. Okay. If this is how you're speaking to yourself, it's not a weakness. I was going to say for some it's a terrible learned behaviour that you've really struggled with. Maybe even a disorder, you know. Okay. What are we bringing into 2026, please? Okay, we've got the King of Wands in the reverse. The Five of Cups. The Hierophant and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay. I really love this for you because the King of Wands reverse is quite mirrored with the King of Swords reverse, but this is a passionate way of releasing this way of doing things. And if you listen to the bit at the start, you'll know that we're in this transitionary period. Now, you've decided to shift this away from over here. And if anyone watches my readings a lot or has ever had a reading from me, you'll know I'm very honest about what I see. What we're bringing forwards may well be some frustration, some anger, okay? This is all completely normal. With the Five of Cups here, I'm seeing that you're going to release this stuff and leave this behind. So as you start this year, you're going to be coming forwards with a bit of anger and grief, to be honest. And this is totally normal for what you're choosing to let go of. But this is also very, very healing energy. You see this card here, how all this energy is going to be going down this black hole. There is going to be a bit of a gap as you walk away from this way of being. And so you're going to come into this year with healing energy. And the way you do that is you have to feel your feelings. Now, the thing about the New Year energy is people always come running in with their New Year's resolutions and their new way of doing things. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Pile number one, no. You're coming in with a gentleness, a gentle awareness of what you are now healing. And you've got goals and direction. And the thing that's beautiful over here is the Hierophant. You're coming at this with a whole new level of understanding of where you're at on your journey. Yes, there's some stuff to heal because we don't flip a switch and heal from something as difficult as what you're leaving behind. What we do is take it one little step at a time. And you are going to have joy. Look how happy this guy is. You're going to develop this awareness as you move into 2026 and this January energy of just where you're at. Like just where you're at on your journey, just where you're at on your path. And it's bringing a level of enlightenment. Like you understand, this is beautiful. So the Eight of Cups in the reverse means that there are some emotions that you haven't quite walked away from yet, that you haven't quite managed to release. But this new energy that you're bringing in is an understanding of what needs to heal and a really deep appreciation of what that means to you and where you're at on your journey, and seeing it as a journey. Like you understand that the journey is not complete with the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, and the mirror. Wow. Okay, my love. I'm really called to the full moon here as well. So this full moon on the 3rd of January that we've got coming up could be quite big for you. I should say as well, I know I'm talking about moving from 2025 into 2026, but if you're watching this at a random time, I feel the call to say that the next full moon is going to be very important. But basically, as you come into the new year, you are holding a mirror up to yourself. You see here with this mirror energy, when she looks in the mirror, she's been blindfolded to where she's been and what's been going on. And this transformation that you're going through, you're taking that blindfold off. And you are able to look in the mirror at everything that you've been through. And you're going to understand how your experiences have shaped who you are. And that's where that Hierophant energy comes in. It's a lot of love and compassion comes from this. Because you've realized that what you want to do is I wish I could give you a big hug, pile number one. You want to be able to look in the mirror and say, I love you. You want to be able to look yourself in the eyes and appreciate everything that you've been through. And that's what this mirror energy is. That's what the goal is as you step into this new year. Anything else for bringing in for pile number one, please? Yeah. We've got the 10 of Wands with the 7 of Wands reversed underneath it. This is beautiful. Anything else? One more? Thank you. 8 of Wands under that. Okay. And the star. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Okay. So the 10 of Wands is you're recognizing you've come so far on this journey and you're nearly there. Look at all these heavy things you've been carrying. And the 7 of Wands is about battle, and you are releasing the battle. You're releasing the burden of having to fight all the time. You're no longer doing that, okay? You're no longer doing that. And the star is deep, deep healing, deep emotional and cosmic healing. I think you're going to be connecting to your spirit team and your spirit guides very strongly under this moon that's coming as well. And honestly, this is such a huge shift that you're going through. Like, I can feel it in my stomach. And then the 8 of Wands is, it's progression, it's movement, forward movement. It's beautiful. Okay. I'm just going to get you one of these Lemurian cards so you can have a closing message. I'm just, sorry, I keep popping my head. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so I'm popping my head up to see how we're getting on. Okay. Can we have a Lemuria card for pile number one, please? Look, and we said, didn't we, peace. Peace is coming. The star is peace. There's just such ascension energy here. You're not having to fight anymore. Yeah. Can we have one of these for pile one? Thank you so much. Okay. Wow, look at this gorgeous energy here. Okay, we have got the Realm Bridger. Yeah, this is the thing as well. With the star and the Hierophant, this is a level of enlightenment, of raising your consciousness and awareness. Understanding the path was what we were saying, wasn't it? And this is the Realm Bridger. As you raise your vibration and explore different states of consciousness, you may... Where can you see that? Yeah. You may experience phenomena you believed only happen in fantasy stories. Through meditation and journeying, we invite a greater awareness of subtle realities. These realms can be amazing places to bring through pioneering ideas and creativity. This card is about bridging the seen and unseen. Just as water changes from solid to gas to liquid, we can catch the intangible in other forms. Metaphors, codes, or even maths can form the path of the visionary. From the mind and the heart, visions can merge into matter. Dream outside the box. It's time to create the foundations of our realities in a fresh, new way. Absolutely beautiful, pile number one. So you're leaving behind this conflict. Internal or external isn't important. What's important is that as you bridge the gap between this past and this future, you're unlocking this greater understanding of the journey and the path as a whole. And honestly, with the Hierophant and the star there, I think things are going to become so intensely magical for you. As well with the amethyst, it's the all-rounder. It's activating, it's healing, it's peaceful, it's third eye energy. I think this is a huge turning point for you. And you open up, yeah, you have some healing to do. Once you've done that, you open up these entire new realms of understanding. So, okay, that is what I have for you, pile number one. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you're interested in booking a one-to-one reading with me to explore any of this further, or maybe into the future, if you need some guidance with these magical adventures you're going to start having, you can hit the link below. It will take you to my website where you'll see the different tarot readings and one-to-one energy healing sessions I have on offer there. Like I said about the crystal, that's also available on my website, along with shamanic tools, jewellery and other things that I like to make and share with the world. Please do give the video a like, it all really helps. Give me a follow if you feel drawn, subscribe, all that jazz. All really helps me to get back on these YouTube readings for you to get messages out into the world on a more regular basis. All right, my loves, you take it easy. Bye-bye. Okay, hi pile number two. Thank you so much for being here. So, you chose this celestite crystal. Hopefully you can see that there. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're interested in any of the crystals or items that I've got in this video, you can see them on my website at moonlightshop1111.com. Anyway, let's just tune into the crystal first and see if we've got any messages for you. Celestite is I was going to say a bridge between the realms. That's interesting because some of the energies that we've just had already in this video. But celestite is very much a cosmic connection crystal, and it really helps with the crown chakra. I mean, it's called celestite. It's for celestial connection. So I think already you're a very tuned in, tapped in, turned on kind of pile when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your cosmic connection, when it comes to what's the words? Communicating with your guides and spirit team. It may well be, with me struggling over the word communicating there, that you communicate with different beings, different realms, different energies, in some kind of weird and wonderful ways that's not necessarily through speech. You could be clairsentient. Okay, let's move into these energies. So over here, I have got what are you leaving behind in 2025? We've got 3 tarot cards there, and we've also got an oracle card. And then over here, I've got the energy of what will you be bringing into 2026. You've got 3 oracle cards there. You've also got 2 you've got 3 tarot cards, but you've also got 2 oracle cards, which is interesting. All the piles ended up with a slightly different number of cards. So I'm just going to take a sip of my brew. And then pile number 2, we will get on with your reading. So What are we leaving behind in 2025? If you didn't watch the video at the start as well, remember that we are still in the middle of winter. So I'm not expecting to see massive shifts. I'm expecting to see transitions as we move through this gateway. The Hanged Man in the reverse. Oh, interesting. Is that upright or reversed, please? Oh, sorry, I spin it over here. Upright or reversed? It's that way around. Okay, 10 of Cups in the reverse and the Tower in the reverse. Interesting. I just heard loud and clear, you are not hanging around waiting for other people to do things anymore. Pile number 2. Wow, okay. I feel like there's been an energy here of you kind of waiting on other people to get their ish together, to maybe create some sort of community projects, or you've been thinking of starting a family with someone, or you've been thinking of working with someone, building a group, a hobby group, a crafting group, something like that. Maybe it's been a healing group. Maybe you've been thinking of trying to get a circle with someone. Yeah. The Hanged Man, whenever the Hanged Man comes out reversed, it's always the message, do not hang around anymore. Like, you have decided you are not hanging around waiting. And I love that for you, pile number 2, because realistically, we shouldn't wait for anyone. You know, there's an energy here of something's kind of been holding you back. And the Tower in the reverse is telling me that this energy as a whole is, it's so funny that I said this is not going to be a huge shift because this is a massive internal shift for you. It's like you've flipped something on its head now and you're ready to prioritize your happiness. This 10 of Cups in the reverse has got really interesting energy on it because it was upright, reversed. What are we doing with it? If it's upright, it's complete emotional fulfillment. But it also represents a group, like a family, like a community. So with it reversed, I'm getting the message that this is about your own personal internal happiness and contentment. The Poet, beautiful. Yeah, so I feel like what you're leaving behind is the way that you've been held back from expressing your creativity. Maybe there's been a fear of what other people will think about you and what you want to do. This is beautiful energy, pile number 2. But yeah, the Tower in the reverse there, like this is a monumental change that I'm getting. When it comes out reversed, it tells me that it's an internal change. Like what you're leaving behind is this stuff that you've known you needed to rebuild, but you've not known how to do it. And your freedom of expression has been held back. Absolutely not hanging around waiting for other people anymore. Anything else that pile number 2 is leaving behind? Yeah, it's been lack. Interesting. Can we have one more, please? Yeah. Okay, Page of Swords. You might well be. Page of Swords is at the bottom there. And is that Justice upright or reverse, please? Yeah, it's reversed. Okay. So the Page of Swords is saying you might have been wanting to do a course. With the Poet here, it could be a creative writing course. But yeah, the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords is telling me that you are kind of healing your feeling of lack, not good enough wound. Yes. You've been quite imbalanced for quite some time with the Justice in the reverse there. You've felt like it's not right that you're not doing stuff. The Poet is here to tell me that you have got a voice, not just any voice. You've got a really unique vision, a really beautiful way of seeing the world, and you kept it shrouded. And now I see I can almost hear all these crows clamoring. You can't keep it in anymore, and you are about to start expressing yourself. And the thing that you're leaving behind is this healing that you've done. You've put so much time and energy and effort into not feeling good enough, and now you're resting on that. You're like, do you know what? I am putting that to bed. It doesn't matter if you're good enough. Talking about the birds, nobody goes outside and tells the birds that they're singing out of key, you know? There's this way of being human that we've developed into, where we think everything needs to be monetized and judged and perfect for us to create it. Absolutely not. You need to do that. And this justice in the reverse, like, you know that you've been kind of denying your, not just your karma, but your dharma. You've kind of been denying the life purpose energy. And yeah, this justice in the reverse is an energy of, right, I'm not hanging around with that anymore. You know you need to make things right. And only you can make it right by expressing yourself truly in this way. Oh, excuse me, which is absolutely beautiful. Pile number 2. All right, so this is where we're at. What we're leaving behind is this hanging around energy. We're not hanging around anymore. And I feel this is a solid decision that you've made. Excuse me. It's like an alchemical shift with the Tower in the reverse. Like, even if you wanted to go back to feeling sorry for yourself, you know you can't. So as we move from the 31st of December through to the 111 portal day, which is the 1st of January, what energy are you bringing into that? Judgment. Chef's kiss. Judgment is hearing the call about your divine life purpose. Can you see she's got this ballerina bursting forth from her chest because she knows that is who she's born to be. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Fool. Okay, what are you bringing into it? Just the Judgment card and the Fool together is really deep spiritual energy. It's like a fresh awakening. You are bringing faith into the new year. And with it being the 111 portal, that means it's the 1st of January, so it's 1-1 the date, and then 2026 is a number 1 year, so 111. It's a very powerful day for the self and a very powerful day for manifestations, and the energy you're bringing in with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse there, I feel like you're throwing all caution to the wind. You are giving up needing to feel safe. You're giving up safety and solid grounded energy, and you're taking a risk. Okay, you know you're taking a risk, but you know that you're following that heart. The Fool is this energy of leaning into the universe and knowing that it will catch you, knowing that this is the right thing for you. Let's have a look here. Yeah, the Storm and the Box. Okay. And I can see that this isn't actually going to be the easiest transition for you. Anyone who watches my videos a lot or who has ever had a personal reading from me will know that I don't try to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you what I see. And with the Storm and the Box, you are breaking down walls. Pile number 2. Very carefully constructed walls. It's like this is you in the middle of this box. And it has been so safe inside this box for you. And now you're realizing that this box is empty. And you cannot be contained within these 4 walls any longer. And so the Storm that is in your mind is going to help you to just tear down all of these limitations that you've had on yourself. It's going to help you to tear down anything that's been holding you back from expressing this true creativity once and for all. Absolutely love this. I hope this is my pile. All right. Absolutely gorgeous energy, pile number 2. And honestly, that with the Storm as well, you're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. You know, I saw a quote on the internet the other day from Jim Morrison, and it said, holding back on love from a fear of suffering is like holding back on life from a fear of dying. And this is what you're coming to realize, that yes, you've got pain, yes, you've had challenges, yes, you might struggle to find anyone who believes in your vision, but now you're feeling that fear, releasing that judgment, and absolutely going for it, which is the perfect time because we're moving into the year of the horse. We've shed in and then we're moving into action and momentum. Okay, 7 of Cups. This is going to come with a couple of little challenges for you though, pile number 2. Once you've decided, you actually have a lot of decisions to make. So there's just a little message there to don't allow yourself to be held back by any of these fears, and know that the path might not be completely linear. You might end up making some mistakes. That's okay. You can go up and you can go down. But once you're on this path, you've committed to it, you know. Ace of Cups, beautiful. But this is a beautiful, and the King of Pentacles as well. This is gorgeous. So we're releasing this, we're kind of taking some risks here. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, it's this feeling ungrounded, unsupported, like it might be quite a difficult thing to do. But in doing that, you're actually building a self-mastery with the King of Pentacles, where you become your own absolute, solid, grounded professional. And, you know, you might end up coming into this, and we can't ignore that it's Pentacles, which is coins, which is money. You might feel like you're losing out financially a little bit as you start on this journey, but you know that with some trials and tribulations and some ups and some downs, the King of Pentacles is saying this will be financially viable and financially successful for you. And the Ace of Cups, again, with the heart space, like when you're operating from your heart, you know and trust, because you know that you're following your purpose and you're following your passion. And this Ace of Cups is here to tell me that this is a beautiful, beautiful, fresh new beginning for you, full of just really lovely, yummy, heartwarming energy. Like, your cup is going to run over. Your cup is going to be so full. You're just going to be glowing from your heart space because you're going to be doing what you love. What's this that's falling out that wants our attention? Earth, nurture, nature. Yeah. Staying grounded could be quite an important part of this as well. To stay grounded, make sure you are getting out and about. You know, take a walk in the woods, in the park, touch some grass. Don't spend all your time constantly pushing at this thing. This is funny. I just did a lot of, on a personal level for me, one of the things I want to commit to is getting back on my socials properly. And I've actually just done a lot of scheduling of when I'm going to hit which goals. Because honestly, if you are a creator online, you know, there's a lot of different things you have to hit. Yeah. And this is just talking about the overflow. So this is to do this. Why is this coming through? This is to do with the to-do list and the groundedness and the overwhelm of how big some of these tasks actually are. And, you know, I've actually scheduled into my diary for the whole of January. I've figured out times to make sure I'm getting out into nature at least twice a week, because a lot of my goals are going to involve screens and being inside. So yeah, I think there's just a note there to, you know, stay hydrated and make sure you go say hi to some trees every now and again. All right, let's get one of these to close out. So reading for pile number 2. Thank you. Realm Bridger at the bottom there. That was on the last one. You've got 2. Amazing. Sorry, I'm just laughing because it resonates so much. Communication, co-creation. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken. But if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to share it with words. I said that at the start with the celestite. That's so funny. Something may be getting lost in translation. An issue may be cleared through improved communication. Listen carefully to what someone has to say without interruption. Furthermore, it may feel scary to share vulnerable truths, but this may be the only way forward. This card also encourages greater exploration in the realms of telepathy, healing, and the arts, such as poetry, painting, and music, where there is collective communication beyond the mind. You know, pile number 2, some of this new creative spark that you've got, this creativity, I do think that you will hit a point where you'll be channeling the art that you're creating, you know, and that's a beautiful, this is why you're gonna, and we've got high heart chakra and ecstatic bliss. Like, I feel like this isn't just to do with your life purpose, it's to do with the elevation of everyone and everything. Like when you're able to channel that creativity out into the world, like if we look at these beautiful images here that have been channeled, these are divine images that help us to connect on a completely different level than just words. So I'll read this one to you as well. This card taps into the blissful oneness we feel as we drop our edges and protective containers. This is the place where we feel held and seen, enough to flow into oneness, where the eternal part of me meets the eternal part of you. This is the selfless state where our higher selves commune for illuminating perspective on how we share, gift and lift others in our joyful overflow. Consider your life purpose by exploring what allows you to give joy. To give in joy. So yeah, honestly, pile number 2, what is shifting is you now follow your bliss. You're leaving behind in 2025 all these limiting thoughts and beliefs and patterns, and you are bringing into 2026 just going with your bliss and channeling from beautiful divine source energy with that celestite there. So as I said at the start, if you're interested in any of the crystals or other things that I have in my videos, you can find those on my shop at moonlightshop1111.com. If you do want to book a one-to-one tarot reading or energy healing session or activation session, the links for those are also just below. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, all the likes, all the comments, everything. It really helps me grow my channel and really helps me to get out here and channel more of these messages for you guys. So I'm sending you so much love and so much gratitude for being here. And honestly, so much gratitude for allowing yourself to be this divine channel for the world. And if this does resonate with you, please come and share your art with me. I would love to see it. Okay. Mwah. You take it easy. Bye. Okay. Hi, pile number 3. You chose the Obsidian blade. I absolutely love this piece. Obsidian is honestly such a beautiful crystal. It's a very witchy crystal, very grounding, but also very useful. It helps us to move between the realms. So to have this in a blade form is quite a powerful healing tool. It helps us to cut cords. Helps us to kind of open gateways as well. Very interesting. So if you're interested in this crystal, you can see that on the website at moonlightshop1111.com. I've also got some other beautiful crystals available for you all on there. But yeah, obsidian is very much, it's a deep magical energy. It's about seeing. People use it for scrying and mirrors to the other realms. I feel like I'm getting like crow and raven energy as well, like that traveling between the realms. Okay, I'll just pop that here for you. And then let's see, pile number 3. I love your energy. I'm not gonna lie. When I got the obsidian blade out, I was like, ooh, what's this energy gonna be? Okay, 1 second. I'm just gonna give these a quick shuffle actually, because I forgot to do it between this pile and the last one. So I'll just get those set ready for you. Okay, so over here, pile number 3, I have got 1, 2, 3 tarot cards for you. Interesting that that middle one didn't know what it wanted to do. We had that with the second pile as well. I think it was that specific card that was like, was it upright? Was it reversed? What was it doing? And then we've got an oracle card over here. So this side is what are we leaving in 2025. And then over here, you've got 1, 2, 3 tarot cards and 2 oracle cards. It's funny because everyone had slightly different number of cards on each side. And this is what energy will you be bringing into 2026. Now, I'm not sure if you might have watched the start bit as I spoke about this, but this might or might not be a clear-cut transition, because this is very much we're still in the middle of winter, you know, so we're still in a deep transformational state. But that said, we are shifting from the 31st of December through to the 111 portal on the 1st of January, which is a big gateway for manifestation and working on the self. Why is it a 111 portal? Because 1-1 is the 1st of January, so the first day of the first month, and 2026 actually boils down to a number 1 year. 2 + 2 is 4, + 6 is 10, which boils down to 1. So it's a 111 portal day, which is a great opportunity for new beginnings, cementing any transformations, gently setting intentions, that sort of thing. So don't be too concerned if there's challenging energies in either side, is what I'm saying. Because this year has been a number 9 year, which has been about completions, completing cycles. There's also been an intense amount of shedding towards the end of this year. Shedding old patterns, old thoughts, old belief systems. So, pile number 3. What are we leaving behind in 2025? We've got the Hermit, the Moon, and the King of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my God, I nearly cried. Oh, pile number 3. You've done so much work on yourself. You work so hard on yourself all the time. And what you're leaving behind in 2025 is this lonely, repetitive need to go on the deep dive, okay? This constant cycle of self-reflection and healing, going down to the darkest, deepest depths of your subconscious, trying to dig up all the stuff that's in there because you have had so much pain. And I just want you to know, I see you, pile number 3. I see the hours that you've spent alone, searching for that light, to bring that light back on. And as we go from the Hermit with the Moon to the King of Cups, this is saying that you've developed a level of mastery when it comes to your subconscious, when it comes to your understanding. So what you're leaving in 2025 is this glum, shadowy, constant rebirth cycle that you keep going through. Anima Mundi, yeah. The other thing is that you're leaving behind is this constant search for understanding. Like, you're going to be reaching a point where you do understand now. I said you were super magical with the realms and everything. Anima Mundi is like the existence of all things. So, yeah, one of the things that you're leaving behind is getting stuck into those murky depths. You know, the Hermit is someone who's had to stop, take stock, take a step back, take a step away from everyone and everything because the light went out. And to illuminate the path ahead, they had to discover that the light was within them the whole time. And this is what you've been in. You've been in this place of realizing the light needs switching on, going on a deep dive with the Moon there, like almost dampening your own spirits with what you found, and then becoming overwhelmed with the emotions, and then integrating the emotions to try not be so overwhelmed, and then you've come to a deeper understanding of everything, life, the universe, and everything, and then you've gone on a bit more, and then boom, the path was not illuminated again. And it's like you've been in this cycle of healing, and what you don't realize is that yes, you've been in this cycle of healing, but it's actually been coming out in a spiral, and you have been growing so much every time. And I'm hearing that you're leaving some of that darkness behind. With the 9 of Wands coming out there, like, you have had some challenges. You know, the Obsidian as well is, obviously it's a black crystal. It's very protective. And I feel like you through your journeys, through your life, like you have had some really big challenges. I'm drawn to the two wolves here in the moon, one black, one white. Sorry, that's just really funny because someone told me that I would see a sign that would be a black wolf and a white wolf together. This is the balance of yin and yang. And I feel like you've been so far over the one side when it comes to the light and the shadow. And what's shifting for you is letting the light lead the way. Like you've mastered so much with that King of Cups. Yeah, 10 of Wands in the reverse. You're drawing a line under these burdens. Thank you. Is the 3 of Wands upright or reversed, please? 3 of Wands reversed. Oh, there's 2. Oh, interesting. The Queen of Swords came out. I feel like in a similar position in pile number 1. Oh, it was bottom of the deck, pile number 1. Anyway, with the King of Cups, you've reached this point of mastery of the emotions and actually this really enlightened perspective. The Cups energy is also like psychic and conscious and subconscious connections. The Queen of Swords is solid and to the point. And so you are in this really strong, independent, elevated perspective now where you've turned your back on all these burdens of the past. Now the 3 of Wands is in the reverse. There's still a little bit of patience needed. You're not about to send everything out to sea just yet. You know, you're not sending your ships out to sea just yet. You're just holding your horses because you know that there's still a little bit to do to get the clarity and vision and wisdom, but you're sitting in your independence as you close out 2025. You know that you're not going to have to wait for the right time anymore. You know that the right time will come and show itself to you. Pile number 3. Okay. Honestly, this whole energy here, what are you leaving behind? It's a heaviness. It's a heaviness that you have pulled yourself out of with such strength. I want it noted how strong you've been, even though you've not felt like it sometimes. So going into 2026, what are we taking into 2026? We've got the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, and the High Priestess in the reverse. I just need to call clarity on the High Priestess. Is she reversed? No, she is upright. I thought so. Well, let's let the card decide. Oops. It's not spinning. Choose a decision. Okay, she's upright. I'm so weird, anyway. So it's interesting that I said here that you're closing out the year with this clarity and this not feeling the need to take any massive actions just yet, because then coming into the next year with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, you're coming into the new year with this energy of knowing that you want, need and deserve a new beginning, one that is solid, one that is grounded, one that maybe involves some kind of study. Pages are students, you know, they're learning and they're growing. But with it being in the reverse, there's very much a stillness. I'm getting this energy, this image of like a planted seed. And it's like you're coming into the new year and you're going to plant a seed. Whether that's literally a physical seed, like whether you're going to put a seed in some soil, or whether it's going to be gently setting some intentions for the year ahead, I'm not sure. But yeah, you're going to plant a seed and enjoy a period of stasis, enjoy a period of stillness with this, where you're going to give that seed time and space to grow. And like you're holding on to it in a glorious way, you know, you've got this new beginning coming, you know it's there. And can you see down here, she's just rooting in. And it, like, she's just got a little root coming between her and the ground. So she's actually not touching, where's the, can't see the camera properly, sorry, there we go. She's just got a little root between her foot and the ground. And so you planting that seed is you gently rooting into this new beginning. So you're just, as you come into 2026, I feel like you're just going to sit in it. You're going to sit in this knowledge that you've done a lot of stuff, that you've reached such a level of clarity and wisdom and understanding of magic, of life, of the universe, of everything, of religions, and you know, you've soaked it all up. And then with the Six of Cups, as you move into this new year, you're developing this understanding of your journey, your life as a part of your soul's path. You've been so clouded by trying to figure out the path for this life. As you go into 2026, you understand now about the soul's journey. This Six of Cups, it's a card of past, of nostalgia, of growth, of wisdom. You know, we've got the puppy and the child, and they go through the years and they become the dog and the adult, and it's, I mean, you might even, as you sit in this stasis and you plant this seed for the new self, like you might be sitting in a little nostalgia and a little gratitude and understanding of the gifts of all this has been, and understanding how gifted you are. Now the Six of Cups to me also gives like the energy of past lives, like understanding that there's all these different lives here that bring you through, help you to develop into a place of wisdom and clarity. With that High Priestess there, this period of stasis needs to happen, because I feel like as you enter 2026, you're going through this like really new upgrade. Let's see what these have got to say. Yeah, the crone and the vow. Wow. All about wisdom. You know, the crone is the third and final part of the feminine trilogy of the maid, the mother, and the crone. You know, the maid is the innocent and the child. The mother is the Middle Ages, where they learn to take care of others and themselves, and they become guides. And then the crone is the wisdom and the clarity. And you know, it's so funny, I mentioned the crow and the raven at the start to go with the obsidian. Oof, pile number 3. You are so magic. I love this energy that you're sitting in. And you know, it's funny with the black and the white there, and we've got this beautiful white dove there, like you're sitting in the light and the dark equally now. And again with the High Priestess, you see the light and the dark coming down. You're starting off 2026 by just honestly sitting in a really elevated position of wisdom and allowing yourself to soak that up with no pain, no suffering, clarity, understanding and wisdom and appreciation. Because yes, you've had your challenges, and yes, you've had to blooming dig yourself back out of some holes more times than you can count. But every time that you dug yourself out of one of those holes, this was like a notch on the wisdom list, you know? I was going to say notch on the wisdom bedpost then, but that sounds like a little bit crude. But I guess you might like that. Pile number 3. Anything else about what this pile number 3 is bringing into 2026? Like, you're resolute. That's so funny. I saw the 9 of Wands when I shuffled over there. You are resolute now. That is the word. You're determined. You know, yes, you've been battered, you've been bruised. This is the Wounded Warrior card. Like, she has been through so many battles. you know, and even on the Rider-Waite, it's very similar. He's been, you, she, he, gender's not important. I have been through so many battles, but look, you're still standing. Look at the determination. This is grit and determination and understanding now that you have weathered the storms, and you wear that crone badge with pride. And then with the vow is you like making this deal with spirit. That the Knight of Swords was there. You know everything is going to shift and move very quickly when it comes. And so that is why you're going to start the year in this period of stasis, just planting this seed and letting this seed take a bit of root. Because you know you need to be grounded for what's to come. And this vow is a vow that you've made with yourself to always pick yourself up, dust yourself off and carry on going. To use your clarity and wisdom to embody this high priestess energy. Anything else for pile number 3? Yeah, okay. 2 of Swords, because, yeah, we've got the 6 to the 7 of Wands there. You've had a lot of difficulties. I mean, we know that. We've said that. But the wisdom it's brought you has brought you so much power that you have this rare gift that not a lot of people have now, pile number 3, where you have got your own back through thick and thin. And you are now armed with this wisdom of how to get through any challenge, any heartbreak. You have got the toolkit, okay? And you've figured out your protection, you've figured out your zen, you've figured out everything like that. Another reason that I think you're going to rest in this stillness as you go gently into 2026 is because you know that there is actually some really big success coming your way this year. You can feel the celebration surrounding you, and you know that you have got a lot to share with the world. And you know that once you start sharing it with the world, it's going to accelerate very quickly, which is why you need to be rested in yourself, rested with yourself, because you've committed to this path. And once you've committed to this path, then there's no stopping you. So, all right, pile number 3, bit of guidance for the end. Furred and feathered friends. This is just a little nod to any pets or animals, again with the dog there as well, of how much they've helped you out. Okay. And we've got the healing card. And I think that maybe this is what you're coming to realize, that you've had to heal yourself so you can then go on and heal others. And that's why this crone and the vow is that you're committed to being that wise guide and leader for others now. Okay, we have healing. It says the Lemurians were healers, naturally intuitive and accustomed to navigating energetic-based realities. We all have natural healing abilities. That are advanced when we deepen our energetic awareness. When we perceive the world beyond the more well-known senses, we start to receive information and wisdom different from that which stems from intellect. By tapping into life force consciousness and using this abounding energy alongside focused intention, we realize that anything is possible. And this is the energy that you're going to be sitting in as you move into 2026. This knowledge, this anima mundi, this obsidian, this, you know, an awareness of all the realms around you and an awareness of your power. And so you're sitting with it because you're like, okay, what am I going to do with it? Because I know when I start to use it, everything's going to go very well. Extend the margins of your awareness. Revisit a situation from a broader perspective or higher vibration with a focus on healing. Perhaps the issue is simply an outdated or limiting perception placement. You have the ability to align to a fresh new timeline inspired by wholeness. Yeah. So pile number 3, like as you go through this shift, through this 111 portal, this gateway, it's so funny, it's 111 over here as well. As you go through this gateway, like you are shifting up and into a new timeline. And this is a really potent and magical time for you. This is why you're not rushing it. This is why you're allowing it to take its course. And with the Hermit and the Nine of Wands there, like this is a very like solo mission, like solo part of your journey. So you know that you just have to go slowly through this, listening to the guidance from your spirit, listening to the different levels of your own consciousness, and like you're kind of navigating this whole new realm. So take it slow, take it steady, because as we've said, this is going to accelerate quickly very soon. Don't be blind, just at the bottom here, to Two of Swords there. Don't be blind to any decisions you might need to make. So this is the other thing, like some stuff might drop in about like some decisions you have to make about where you take this, what you do with this. So there's a listening going on here. While you sit, while you plant these seeds, just listen for confirmations about what you're going to be doing with yourself, where you're going to be taking it, things like that. But yeah, once you've committed to this path, also for some of you, this could be the healing of others that you're doing. You know, you've healed yourself, and because you've done that, you're going to go on to others. And don't ever get disheartened if something comes and knocks you off your pedestal, because the healing journey, it just keeps going and it just keeps going. But we do hit a point where our perspective shifts on that, and your perspective has shifted to a whole different level of understanding. So pile number 3, that was yours. If you're interested in booking a reading with me at any point, a one-to-one session, activation sessions, things like that, I offer tarot readings, but I also offer activation and alignment sessions where we'll do a distance session where we kind of check in, and then I'll do a distance healing, and we'll see what energies are coming through to work with you, because it sounds like you are progressing in that direction now. No pressure though, obviously, just letting you know what I have on offer. Also, if you like the Obsidian blade, that is available on my website as well. I'll put links to everything just in the description box below if anyone's interested. But thank you so much for being here, pile number 3. And, you know, please do like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me on my journey of getting these messages out for you all. So yeah, I'm sending you so much love and healing and protective energies as you step into this pretty magical badass self that you're moving towards. So, okay, you guys take it easy. Mwah. Bye.